All right, are we going here? My childhood idol. Yeah, right. Along with everybody else's. My childhood hero, Michael Jordan. Looks like his son was arrested. We're gonna watch the body cam footage. Um, this happened yesterday, last night, I think. What's the date today? Yeah, last night. Marcus Jordan. Last time I touched base with Marcus Jordan, it was like his college basketball days. Before that, it was that photo of him and his dad in the bathtub in that Michael Jordan book that came out in 1996. So, I don't know a lot about this guy's life, but I don't know. How do you turn out when you're the son of that much privilege? I'm not a son of privilege at all, and I look how I turned out. So what am I? Who? I can't be the first one to cast stones. But let's take a look at this. Part of me, doesn't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to glory or gloat in another person's misfortune. But anytime you watch someone make a spectacle of themselves or look back on times you've made a spectacle of yourself, you can see all sorts of proverbial, like proverbs, like proverbial wisdom, or truisms or truths, shine through. Anyways, let's take a look at this. I think so when I saw some headlines that caused me to look into this, they made it sound like he had fled other officers in a different locale. So, here comes the sound. Shoot. Okay, here. Hold on a second. So now we got the onboard sound from the police cruiser. They're on their way to the scene, as we'll see here in a moment. So I think at the point at which we're going to first encounter Mr. Jordan,
southbound 600.
He's already had some interaction with some police somewhere, which might explain the predicament that we find him in. A lot of things might explain the predicament that we find him in. Depending on how far back in his story you want to go. Again, I'm not here to point fingers or throw stones or anything like that.
Someone of Kingston 39 Maitland appears to have gone eat. Correction.
I'm sure there's some body cam footage of some ordeals that I've been in my life that would be equally, if not more, embarrassing. So I'm not gonna lay it on this man, or I'm not gonna pile on this man. It's not to exonerate him. It's just to say, let him who's without sin throw the first stone, right? So now we're along the train tracks in some backwoods area and off the beaten path here in Florida. We're on the train tracks. There's some lights up ahead. I don't know why the cops need to be on foot to reach where this man is. That's an interesting question. Pardon me, I'm a little bit congested. It's hard to tell, what's up ahead. Maitland Police Department. It's hard to tell what's up ahead with all the illumination. They were driving down the track, says dispatch. Interesting. I'm not sure how, unless there's already police at the scene, I'm not sure how dispatch has this information about the predicament that these people are in. What are we doing here? Waiting for the other cop. What are we doing here? Oh. So we're just off the road here. Looks like there's already flashers up ahead. I guess some cops are already at the scene, which explains the information that dispatch. Yeah, it's weird. What are these? Why are these cops approaching on foot if there's already police at the scene? And why is this place such that you have to reach it on foot? It's a long walk.
Hey, you guys good? Yeah, we're trying to. My car's a little stuck right now. I see that.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Maybe there's not police on the scene. Hold on.
We're gonna try.
You want to help us?
Huh? We're gonna try.
What happened?
All right. So I guess there's not police on the scene. I don't know what these flashes are that we're seeing in the distance. Maybe it's like train traffic lighting or stuff like that. You know, along the tracks, there's different lights that signal the trains in areas about what they're supposed to be doing, what speed they're supposed to have. You know, there's different regulations as far as how they can drive in certain places. So maybe we're seeing those kinds of lights, the green lights, the red, you know, right? I thought those were police flashers. So I don't really know why dispatch had that information that they had. They said they're on the track, they're trying to get off. I'm not sure. Maybe they phoned in. Maybe they called the police themselves. I don't think they would have done that. That's weird. But, you know, as I began to watch this earlier and then I decided to do a live stream of it, what you hear in this man's voice is that sort of what jumped out at me, and again, from my own experience. Again, I'm not trying to throw stones or cast aspersions or, right, come off as. What jumped out at me is that sort of pretense of over, you know, what is that Shakespeare line? Methinks thou dost protest too much. Like the sort of like overconfidence in order to sort of like attempt to hide the wrongdoing. It's sort of like, it's just a little bit over the top. Like the flavor of it, the tenor of it is just a little bit wrong. It's a little bit off. And of course, police, you know, because they deal with people every day, right? They deal with this. They pick up on that right away.
What happened? How'd you get on the tracks, man? Alright, good. Help us try and reverse this thing out. Well, hang on.
Now notice. Oh, there's the car. It's a nice car. Notice he sees an officer walking up. I don't know if this is the alcohol or some people have said the drugs or it's the privilege. All right. Notice just the instant, like, this is about me. Help us try to... It's like, bro, you've got your car up on train tracks. You're not in any position to be telling other people what to do, bro. Like, what are you doing? Let me just pull it back just a little bit. Hey, you help coming over there to investigate this obvious shenanigans I've got myself into. Help me do this. It's like the world exists for my convenience. Everyone else exists for my convenience. Can I pull this back just a little bit? I'm on the wrong screen. Forgive me. Been drinking myself. We got a commercial.
Take off the mask.
Hey, your teeth look great, bro. Good job. Your teeth look great.
You want to help us? We're going to try. Huh? We're going to try.
What happened?
What happened?
What happened? How'd you get on the track?
Yeah, what happened?
Alright, good.
No answers forthcoming.
Help us try and reverse this thing out.
Yeah, no answer. Just help me.
You are stuck.
Yeah.
Come here.
You're in the car, stuck on the tracks. What if there's a train coming?
You know the trains come by right now, right? No, I know. That's why I'm trying to get the fuck up out of here.
What?
What? Yeah, your car ain't going nowhere, dude. You're buried. You're stuck on the track. Alright, so how do we get the fuck off the track? Honestly, I'm trying to figure that out. We We notified the Sunrail to...
Again, I'm not throwing stones. I have been in this situation myself, where you find yourself at night at a suspect time of night doing some suspect shit, having gotten yourself in a predicament, into a spot, spinning your wheels literally or metaphorically, and here comes the police, and you're like, all I gotta do is act real confident, and that will assuage any doubt they have in their minds about the legitimacy of what I'm doing. Or this is like, okay, I'm sorry, that's what's going. Just watch. It's kind of got a little damsel in the passenger seat here. It'll be interesting to see how she handles this situation. All right, it'll be interesting because I mean, this is as we all know, this is Marcus Jordan. This is like dating, you know. This is like dating a prince, you know. If you're in the passenger seat of this man's car, you've got, as long as you play it cool as a woman, it's the keys to the kingdom, you know. At least until you either have his baby or get a ring and then divorce him and take half his shit. So it'd be interesting to see how she plays this.
I need you guys out of the car because there is a train coming right now.
What the fuck?
Alright, so then let me pull up. You can't move.
You're not going to be able to move.
Is this dude? He's like, I'm stuck, and then he goes, I need you out of the car. He goes, okay, let me pull up. It's funny when you're in this situation, and again, I'm just going to put this in terms of my own. I mean, I'm not a drinker and a driver, but I have been in situations where I've been doing something I shouldn't have been doing, right? You know. And the police are there, and you're trying to come off as responsible and thoughtful and tactful and strategic as possible. And to the police, they're just like, bro, I'm not fooled by this act you're putting on right now. I see this 10 times a night.
Move it. Just get out of the car.
You can't. You're buried.
No, you just move it to the right.
You're buried, bro. You can't go nowhere. You're buried.
Bro, your wheels aren't even spinning. You're not even spinning your wheels.
All right, so then, you want to get hit by a train? Do you think I want to get hit by a train? No, that's what I'm
No, it's a
saying.
rhetorical question, bro. See, this is another way you know the man is under the influence of something, or he's inebriated or something, because he can't even follow the logic of like a rhetorical exchange. It's like, bro, you're not transacting as a human at the level at which you think you are. You know, like when you're at the bar with somebody who's just bombed, and you can't even interact with them in sort of like a human way because they don't get any of the normal devices of like just normal conversational exchange. They don't track it. Already that's happening.
You try to the right.
All right, get out of the car.
Okay.
Get out of the car.
the girl starts giving instructions. Cop's like, no, we don't have time for this. Get out.
I gotta order you guys out. Get out of the car, both of you guys. Come on. Safety first. Safety first, man. Of course, safety first. But I mean, I'm trying to get the fuck out of here. Yeah, but your car's not going anywhere, man. I understand that. So, come on.
See, Marcus is trying to dictate the agenda.
I understand that.
He's trying to dictate the agenda. He's trying to make it sound like this could only be about us trying to get my car out of here. The radio, the music's still playing. The music's still playing.
Step over here.
There's gotta be a way to get this car out.
Look at the tire right here. Look. See the tires?
Yeah.
They're buried. You guys are literally stuck. I mean, there's no getting them off. Do you see?
At a certain moment soon here, this girl's gonna smarten up and she's gonna shut her mouth. She's gonna just be quiet. She's gonna realize the score here real soon. Okay, she's gonna be like, okay, I need to just stand here and be pretty and not piss off my date because that's the king's son. Okay, and even when he gets out of jail, I still want to hang out with them. But I also need to not get myself into any trouble. She's gonna be pretty wise here. But bro, shut off the radio before before the cops walk up.
What I'm saying? This car ain't going nowhere, man.
This is bad.
That's not a good look.
I mean,
That's what I said. It ain't going nowhere. We can't help you
see
with that. We got the Sunrail. We're notifying them to see if they'll stop, but they got one coming right from Sanford, and it's.
I mean, I feel like we got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 of us guys. We can push this motherfucker.
Again, trying to dictate the agenda for oblivious to the fact that these cops know exactly what you're up to.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'll teach
He's like, the only reason we could all be here is to help me get my Lamborghini out of this gravel, right?
All right.
Never mind how we got here.
$300,000 vehicle. I would like to just like push the shit out the way.
Just, I would like to You're wobbling a little bit, bro. Oh, reestablish that stance. Oh, bro. You know when you're bombed out and when you're just bombed and you're near somebody who you don't want to know that you're bombed, and your internal monologue is like, if I'm just kind of like relaxed in this part of my body, but I hold real firm in this other part of my body, but I try to play it loose and cool. Like, it's like everybody knows, bro. You're the only person who doesn't realize what's going on. You're the only one.
Tow truck. We don't need a tow truck. We just need. Can I get some manpower to push the shit off of this?
Okay,
train
first
track?
of all, no, because I'm not getting you back behind the wheel.
Why?
How long ago did this one?
This just happened right now. We thought we were making a right, and I fucking turned.
Okay, I know there's not a lot of lighting as we go down the Z-axis of the shot here and look down the tracks, but like one thing that I'm wondering, and I'm sure these cops are wondering, is when you say you just made a right, bro, what are you talking about? How the hell did you get your car this far down the... like, where are you coming from? These poor guys, these poor police officers, what they have to deal with, it's like... It's just like dealing with that friend who just cannot help but get themselves into the most insane amount of trouble and then treats you like you're stupid when they need help from you. Treats you like you're an idiot. This is I'm not going to use the N word. I'm not going to use the narcissist word. I'm not going to use it because everybody uses it. It's so it's so abused, you know? It's so overused, but the way this man talks to these police, like they're idiots, and like his interpretation of the situation is the only plausible one. It's just so tone deaf. Everyone on the scene here knows exactly what's happening except for this man, Marcus Jordan.
Going to the train tracks apparently. I'm trying.
But yeah, we're not getting back in the car right now, okay? The reason why, so...
Do me a favor, keep your hands out of your pockets,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Keep your hands out of your pockets.
There's nothing in my pocket.
That's all, I'm gonna pass you down a little bit. Put your hands up there,
Oh, man, you know, bro, I'm Marcus Jordan. I'm Michael Jordan's son. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just trying to get home, and I made a wrong turn. Okay.
Oh, look at that! What is this? What they call gaslighting? I hate to use that term too because it's so overused. But he's like smiling, grinning at them, like, who could believe how you guys are mistreating me or misunderstanding what's going on here? Oh man, haven't we all? Maybe I'm indicting myself. Haven't we all been this guy? I've been this guy in this situation. So like I said, I'm not with the drunk driving, but I have been this guy where I'm at fault. I created this situation and I'm just treating everyone else like, come on, just listen to me. I'll get us out of this.
We would just like to get our car off of the fucking train track,
Yeah, that's all.
which we were not trying to be on.
Yeah, we're not trying to be on the train tracks. Never mind that we turned onto the train tracks like 2 miles before this. I can't believe you guys aren't going along with me on this. What?
Do you have your ID on you real quick? Let's
Yeah.
talk about that.
He does.
It does. It says Michael Jordan's son, where my name should
Let 'em
be.
know who we're out with. And then we'll.
Did you have an ID on you, ma'am?
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course. Okay, this is.
Gracious.
Oh my! Again, just the plain coy. Oh my goodness gracious! I can't believe the level of misunderstanding here.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I mean, I apologize. This is not
Hold
by
on.
design.
That doesn't make any sense. Okay, this is. I think this is the point in the I think this is the point where the woman has realized where her advantage lies. She's like, all right, I got to be good to these officers. I got to not piss off Marcus because he's the king's son, and I want to be on another date like this a month from now. So let me just be cool. All right. And and Marcus just said, I apologize. And if the apologies are coming that quick, that means that later I bet he gets belligerent. Belligerent.
I got it. I got it. I
You want me
got
to
it.
grab
I'll
your
hold
IDs
it.
right
I'll hold it. I'll hold it for you. We're just trying to head home, man. I live in Dr. Phillips.
How did you manage to get on the train tracks, man?
Honestly, I made a left and I made a right and I made another right, and here we are.
Okay.
That doesn't
Where
make
you
any
guys coming
sense.
from?
We were at a couple of venues tonight, but I'm just trying to get home. Like,
Thank you.
Well, we got a tow truck on the way.
we really need a tow truck?
Yes, your car is on the train tracks.
We need a tow truck? Really?
Yes.
Yeah, we can't get this off the track, bro.
Bro.
I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 of us. We can't push this thing in reverse and get it off the track. No?
Look at the look on her. Look at her look now. Oh, this is telling. Look at this. She is now in just stand there and be pretty mode. Early on in the altercation, I won't call it an altercation, in the interaction. Early on, she tried interacting with the police. She's tried interacting with Marcus. She's tried to contribute some information. She's tried to contribute some suggestions. And now she realizes just what sort of deep shit this man is in. But again, he's the son of the king. She's not going to piss Marcus off. She's not going to mock him. She's not going to chastise him. She's not going to backtalk him. She's not going to smirk. She's not going to do any of that like womanly weapon stuff. Why? Because it's the king's son. She's dating the prince. She's on a date with the prince. I don't care if she's a call girl or a girlfriend or what she is. She's on a date with the prince. So, and she knows she's on camera. So, she's like, all right, I've now shifted, like he should have shifted before he turned right onto these train tracks. She has shifted gears. And she is in just stand there and smile and look pretty mode until she can get clear of this whole situation. Look at her. Look at her.
It's 60 man. I
Excuse me.
actually thought it'd be over.
Fellas,
Yes.
I'm just trying to get my car off of the train track. I didn't realize that this was a train track.
Okay. You have keys to your car.
To mine?
Yes. Let me see.
Yeah, and that's why we're out here with you right now. Is
I know.
Because I've heard spinning tires. We see people walking on train tracks. There's possibly trains coming. Okay.
Trust me, I understand that. So the quicker
no,
we can move this motherfucker, the better, right?
I'm telling you, we cannot push this car off the track.
Oh, man.
There's no possible physical way in this universe.
I disagree with that.
Okay.
But, okay.
You have
Well, obviously, your opinion doesn't mean a lot. You're the one with your
I'm just
car
saying
stuck on
that
the train tracks. So,
There's 6 of us, and we throw this thing in reverse.
Well, I've already got concerns for your level of impairment, anyways. Okay, so that's why.
Why?
Because
Why?
I smell alcohol coming from you, and you're on train tracks. Okay. So
Come on, man.
just listen to me. That's why I don't want you back behind the wheel, anyways. Okay.
I'm fine behind the wheel. I just would like to get my car out of
We'll
this.
deal with that after.
I'm fine behind the wheel. Never mind how I got my car on these train tracks in the first place.
Okay. Because if you're spinning tires,
Pardon me.
you're driving on train tracks.
Pardon
I'm
me.
not slurring anything, and I'm
Okay. I'm letting you know. I have concerns.
Well,
Okay? For
I
your level of
appreciate
impairment
that.
driving a vehicle.
No, now is not the time to try to be a reasonable, agreeable gentleman. You need to be, I hate to say this, but I mean, bro, you got to humble yourself. Your car is stuck on the train tracks in an area where, when we cut to the long shot that shows the length and the distance of the train tracks, we can't see a crossroad by which you turned onto the train tracks. So it's like, just, you know, I don't know. What is the right approach here? To be like, hey guys, look, man, you see this dime piece I got with me? We were out, we were having fun. Here's what I'm spitballing here. Not all of it's going to be gold, as Benji says. I would just be like, look, guys, she was like, and I was like, all right, we don't have to wait till we get home. You know, let's just pull off here. I was looking for a quiet, dark spot, and then I got stuck, and we had 2 drinks. I'm fine. She's a little bit inebriated, but I'm fine. I was just looking for a place where the lighting is low so we could like make out a little bit. And now I feel stupid. I've definitely fucked up. This is where you say, I definitely fucked up. I should have just waited till I got home to try to get my hands on her. I would have made this. All these boys, all these cops. I'm not saying they would have let him go. That's not their job. They would have been failing as officers, right? But this is going to live in infamy. If this man would have just had his right mind, which he doesn't because he's probably blasted, you know, if he would have just made it about, I've got this dime piece in the passenger seat. I couldn't wait till I got home. She was like, she had her hand on my leg. She was kissing up. I was driving, you know, look at the car I'm driving, guys. Like, put yourself in my position. I just wanted to find a dark spot to park this car so we could, you know, and I'm not saying these officers would have bought it. But here we are. Look, here's some loser, me, on his YouTube channel doing a live stream of this altercation for all the folks like me and like us and like you watching me and all of us and all that recursive, right? That whole world audience would have just been like, yeah, I can sort of see that. I can sort of understand that. I can sort of, you know, you're not a total jackass. It's understandable. You're not a total jackass because you're about to get some sniz, right? Okay. All the men, raise your hand. We understand that. But instead, you're treating, what do you say? We have six men here, so there's 5 officers. Instead, you're treating 5 grown men like they are idiots and you are their superior. And bro, that's not the right way to go. That's not going to work. You could have made it about this hot little piece of ass you have in the passenger seat. And all these guys and the audience out here, me, we would have been like, oh, he's a lech. But, you know, but who? Let him who is without sin cast the first stone. We all would have sort of understand you had a moment of weakness and you were just like, let me just get this car off the road and find a dark spot to park it so me and this girl can do whatever. And the world would have been so much more forgiving. And that would have allowed you to then shift into humility mode. And you could have been like, that was my thinking. And man, that was a lack of judgment, guys. I really screwed up and now I've got my car stuck. I feel stupid. Let's do whatever you guys think is right to get us out of here or I'm in your hands. And although you would have looked like an idiot, see, this is again the Proverbs thing, the sort of just like understanding like the dynamics of wisdom and humility and just, you would have looked like an idiot, but you would not have looked like a pompous, arrogant, narcissistic, solipsistic jackass. You just would have looked like a guy who made some errors in judgment because he really wanted some sniz. And I'm not saying that's okay. I'm just saying that's very relatable. But instead, you're treating these 5 grown men, these 5 cops, like they are imbeciles and you are their superior. You're an elite. And people don't like that, bro. And you don't realize that everyone can see what you're doing except for you. And like I said, his girl has already shifted. She's already shifted gears. She knows what's going on. She knows the cameras are on. She knows this video is going on YouTube. She's in to stand there and look pretty mode. She's not going to piss off Marcus, and she's not going to piss off the officers. I bet she's just going to stand there and be pretty for the rest of this video.
And let you back behind the car and drive a vehicle.
I appreciate your concern.
Yeah, I don't want.
But I am not inebriated. I'm not anything that cannot drive home.
See, he can't. He doesn't even know the score.
The thing
My
is,
job is to keep everybody safe.
I'm not familiar with this area. I made a right.
Delta,
I thought I was making a right onto the highway. I made a right onto the fucking train track.
I thought I was making a right onto the highway. I made a right onto the train tracks. That is not in any possible logical metaphysical world. In any that is not believable. There's no right that you could make onto train tracks that could be mistaken as a right onto a highway. You're just treating 5 grown men with wives and family and children at home, waiting for them to get home, men who got to deal with bullshit every day. You're treating them like idiots. And again, because you're probably drunk. I don't know. I don't know if he's drunk. I don't know if he's on drugs. I don't know what it is. And again, like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm not casting judgment on the man. I'm talking from a position of experience here. There's a way you could have played this, bro, that would have salvaged this. Like your car, you're hoping to salvage your car. It would have been better for you. Again, you could have just told these cops, I got this fine ass bitch in the passenger seat. Look at her, guys. You know all the cops are looking at this woman. You could have been like, I made an error in judgment. We had some drinks at dinner. She was like, baby, just pull over to the side of the road. And I was looking for a dark spot. So here we are. We're stuck on the tracks. I fucked up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt your night like this. I made a stupid mistake. And these guys, although they would have had to follow, they would have had to play by the book. The cops would have had to follow procedure. They would have been like, yeah, bro, I get it, bro. We're all stupid. We've made dumb. Every man does dumb things for sniz. Okay? Or has thought about doing dumb things for sniz. It's just, that's the power of it, right? But instead, in your mind, you're bigger and better and smarter and more important than everybody. And so you can just treat them like they're imbeciles. And no other self-respecting man is going to respond well to that. So you're just digging your hole like that tire you're spinning in the gravel. You're just digging it deeper and deeper and deeper.
I wish I could tell you, but
you're way down the train tracks. That's what I'm saying. It's not like
way
we're
down the
not way
train
down the
tracks.
train tracks. We made a right and another right.
First it was a right, then a left, then a right. Now it's a right, then another right. See?
In this universe, we can push this car off the train track.
I disagree with that.
Oh,
It doesn't matter, bro.
Okay, I'm letting you know.
I mean, I get that, but
we're not getting you back behind the wheel. Okay, not at this moment. Okay, there possibly is a train coming. Okay, so we need to get off these tracks. That is my concern right now for you guys' safety and our own. Okay,
man,
bro. You can't get the car off.
That's not an
pushing
argument. Man, bro, is not an argument.
So I'm letting you know that. All right.
I mean, I could definitely get this car off if you gentlemen would like to help me.
I told you, we're not pushing a car off a train.
Look at her. I told you. Look at her now. I told you what her MO is now. She has 5-10 minutes ago, she realized what the score was. Marcus still hasn't realized what the score is. This girl knows what the score is. She wants to preserve her relationship with Marcus. She wants to preserve her own sort of like personal legal integrity. So she's just like, the cameras are rolling. I look good. I got to come out of this clean, and I got to have another date with Marcus because he's the king's son. So it's just stand there, good posture, look good. And watch this man dig his own hole deeper and deeper and deeper.
Like this, and I'm not getting you back behind the wheel until I know that you're safe enough to operate it.
Okay, so what do I have to do to show you that I'm safe enough to operate it?
Well,
Maybe not be here in the first place.
In a minute, but I'm going to read you your Miranda rights first because there's so many of us. That's the only reason. I've already ordered you out of the car. I gave you orders. Before I ask any questions, I have to read you your rights. You're not under arrest.
I know that. I know I'm not.
No, don't do that, bro. Don't do
I
that.
shouldn't be.
No, don't do that, bro. See, this guy cannot help but diminish these men. Everything he says, diminishes their authority, their stature, their judgment. They're just being there, doing what they're doing with. I mean, look. And again, there's people just joining. There's if you just joined. I said this at the beginning. I'm not making this to sort of like pile on Marcus Jordan. There's plenty of body cam footage out there. There's plenty of body cam footage out there. Don't look into it. Is that public record? Maybe I shouldn't say this. There's plenty of body cam footage out there where I'm the guy on the camera making an ass of myself. That footage is out there. I haven't been Marcus Jordan. I never had a piece like that in the passenger seat before. But we've all been here where it's like we're so far in the wrong. But we're so absorbed in ourselves and like making the situation what we want it to be that we cannot see how ridiculous we look. And it's like he just can't see how ridiculous he looks. This girl has picked up on it. Like I said, she's just playing the role now. She's standing there and being pretty. She wants another date. She wants to go clubbing with Marcus Jordan again. That's totally understandable. That's how a woman is. That's fine. That's the woman thing to do. But this dude, if he keeps doing what he's been doing thus far in this video, which is diminish these other guys, cast aspersions on their judgment, cast aspersions on their role, cast aspersions on their job, and them doing what they're supposed to do, that's not the way to handle this. He could have handled it right. Even after getting himself in this dumbass position of being stuck on the train tracks in a Lamborghini, he could have played this in a way that would have minimized the damage. It's true. I'm giving him the formula. I know it's too late now, right? I'm giving you the formula. Guys, look at this girl standing next to me. She was in the passenger seat. She was crawling up my leg while I was driving. I just wanted to get somewhere dark where we could be alone for a minute. And she pushed on my right leg. I hit the gas and we lunged up. We were next to the tracks. And then she like pushed on my right quad, and then like my gas went down and we lunged up over the tracks, and then we got the undercarriage of the car stuck on the right railroad tie, not the tie, but the track. And now we're stuck. We're bottomed out on the track. You guys know, I was just trying to get some sniz. He could have just said that. And then he could have, as soon as he gave that story, he could have said like, and I feel like a moron, and I know I look like a moron, and I feel stupid, and I'm sorry that you guys are out here, but what can we do? I'm at your disposal. See, later I think he's going to say, if I remember from the clip, I think he's going to say I'm at your disposal. But again, he says it sarcastically. He says it like he is the superior in the situation. And you cannot do that here. When you fucked up, you have fucked up. You have to humble yourself and find a way to recruit help humbly. And not, man, this is just so, I don't want to use the N-word. I said it once before. I don't want to use the N-word. I don't want to say narcissist because everyone throws that word around these days. It's become meaningless the way people use that word. But sometimes it's appropriate, right? Like this guy thinks he is the only person present. And he's treating all these other people like they are just utilities to him. And he does not see how completely opposite he has the whole situation. I'm sorry for so much commentary on just this little bit, but I watched a little bit of this before and I was like, oh man, this is like classic. This is like classic behavior. He just, I should have like pulled out the Bible and like grabbed some Proverbs. There's so much you can say about this situation. He did screw up. He could have minimized this. He could have played this in a way that was, on the one hand, admitting he messed up, but also kind of minimized how dumb he looked. But instead, he's full of pride. And so he's making everyone else the culprit when he's the only one who got his $330,000 Lamborghini stuck on the tracks. Man.
Because I smell alcohol coming from you, being stuck on the tracks like this, well, I got to read you your rights first. Do you have the card? But we're going to get off the track though first, okay? So if you want her to roll the window up.
Dang, she is just poised. She is just poised. She knows the score now.
We can do that,
it's
but
not about
you got to
any of
be
that.
over here to do that. Okay?
She knows the score. Look at her. She's like, I'm on camera.
Okay? That's my main concern right now.
Straighten my hair. Oh my God.
If I know anything, I'm pretty sure that nobody's gonna get hit tonight.
Bro, you're not even
Right.
making sense.
My main objective is to just like
No. You
get
don't.
my car back on the road.
Your main objective ceased to be relevant when you got your car stuck on the train tracks and 5 good men on the Florida some county police department showed up to see what was going on. Now you're at their disposal, okay? So humble yourself. I'm sorry, the heater just kicked on. That's that roaring noise in the background. So humble yourself. And if drinking this much allows you to not see how to sort of like handle it, play a situation, how to navigate the dynamics of a situation like this, then just don't quite drink so much. Like, only drink to the point where you can still sort of read people and read yourself and see yourself for what you actually are. Okay? A little bit less. Just a little bit less. All right?
Because I took a wrong turn, apparently.
No, not apparently. No, you can't. You don't get to say. You don't get to act like there's still some possible room for interpretation. You don't get to say, well, apparently I took a wrong turn. No, bro, you're on the train tracks, and there's no crossroad within sight. Okay? What? Oh, my gosh. I'm going to let it play for 1 second while I grab another beer. I'm not driving.
So that's all I would like to do. But I understand you guys have a job to do. Like, I'm not trying to interfere with that. I respect all of that. But yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying is like 3-4 of us can easily move this motherfucker up.
On this way, then there's a big opening.
Yeah, the cussing doesn't help. I know you think it makes you sound intense and serious, and it doesn't help. That's not
You want me to
helping.
go this way?
Yes, sir.
All right.
This way.
When is reality going to dawn on this man? Man, look, they're walking and they're walking. Do you see a cross street? No cross street. How did he get there? Now, if you're him,
We really need a tow truck?
yes, bro. Yes, we need a tow truck. If you're him, you gotta realize, you have to be self-aware to realize that all these police are like, how the fuck did he get all the way on this? Do you understand? There's gotta be a road that crosses the track that he turned off of. We haven't encountered it yet. No one knows where it is. And you gotta see that if you're him. And you gotta be like, wow, I look like an ass right now. And whatever I do here, I cannot seem self-important. I cannot seem like I think I'm better than all these other people. I cannot seem like I'm in control of the situation. I have to find a way to admit that I'm not in control of the situation and save some face. That's the play here. That's the play. And he doesn't see that. Now, I don't mean to keep... Sorry, I've rehearsed what the play is. I've rehearsed what he should have done several times. I'm not going to say it again. There's a very easy out here. I realized it just as we were like going into this. I realized what he should have said. He should have realized it too. He's got the perfect alibi. Again, there's no legal consequence to this for him. He's Michael Jordan's son. Okay? This is not going to... I'm okay. Possession and DUI. I live in Wisconsin, bro. People collect DUIs like Star Wars figurines. There's no consequence, and I hate them, and we should all rightly hate them for it, right? They're disgusting people who drink and drive. Okay, but sorry, a little diatribe there. You should have just realized. There's no legal consequence for him. The only consequence is the social consequence. The social media consequence. So in his mind, he should have just been thinking, how do I mitigate the unthinkable social media avalanche that I have just triggered? And he could have just said, hey guys, I got this girl. We were just looking for a dark place. we're, you know, X number of miles from home. I didn't want to wait from home. We pulled off the road. I was trying to find a place where we would be, like, unseen. And I screwed up. And those cops would have been like, oh, well, that was dumb, but hey, we understand, bro. And this guy's so, apparently so drunk he couldn't even think that clearly to see that angle.
Wow. Okay. All right. Okay. Come on over here, sir.
I'm right here. What? I gotta go.
I'm right here. So instead, again, the last thing you want to do is insult the intelligence of hardworking bros. These dudes, these cops, don't insult them. That's not the play. Don't do that. That you're only going to dig yourself deeper. But because, again, the N-word, sorry about the N-word, because seems to have this sort of like, God, I don't want to use this word. I hate this word. This narcissistic impulse where it's like only his interpretation of what's going on is the real thing. And everyone else must just sort of like bow and acquiesce to that. Because he can't, in philosophy we call it solipsism. It's kind of solipsistic, right? He can't see that. And so he's just going to dig the hole deeper and deeper.
Over here, sir.
I'm working my way.
I'm just trying to find a way to walk.
You okay, Taylor?
Hardly.
All right, ma'am, I'm going to be doing an investigation on them right now. So that's why we got multiple cops here. So I'm going to have right here.
This is an hour long. We're not going to watch this whole thing. I think I know where we're going to go out on, though.
I'm going to be doing an investigation. So
I have a feeling I know.
Okay. All right.
We're going to end it on a strong note.
Did you want to stand back here by the car?
First, I got to redo this because we can do that.
Here. If you want, let's go move over here.
Oh, commercial. I don't have premium anymore. Wait. Here we go. And skip. Okay.
You just stand by the front of the car over here.
No.
Thank you.
So just to let you know, I have insurance. Why? Because you drove through here and drove on the train tracks. Okay, I smell alcohol, slurred speech. I see several signs of impairment.
I'm not.
My observation. It's my opinion. Okay.
In my opinion, I'm not slurring any speech, sir. I understand everything that you're saying.
Lower your light, please.
That's not me. I'm not. I don't have any light.
Sir, I'm letting you know. Okay.
I appreciate you letting me know. I'm perfectly fine. I made a right, thinking that this was going to be the shortcut for us to get on the highway.
Okay.
And apparently I was mistaken.
Correct.
So,
So
There.
that's why I'm here to do.
Again, you're just insulting the intelligence of these men. How? I've got a viewer. Viewer, I see you. Tell me I'm wrong. Okay? Or just, right? You don't want to do that. If you've got yourself in a shitstorm, if you've put yourself in a terrible situation, the last thing you want to do is insult the intelligence of the people who are going to make or break your success in this situation. Don't do that. Don't do that. There's no highway near here. There's no on-ramp. It doesn't even remotely look like the kind of scenario you're describing. You're just making it seem like you think these guys are idiots, and that is not the play.
Do a possible investigation for impairment.
sure. Do you have to do
So,
whatever you have to do?
that's what I said. If you were willing to talk to me about it,
I'm talking to you.
field sobriety exercises and all that. Okay.
I mean, if that's what we have to do, then we have to do that.
Yeah, I mean, my job is to keep everybody safe, and if we get the car off the track, I want to be able to make sure you're able to drive it safe.
That's all I was trying to do, is trying to get the car off the track because I know I can drive it safely.
Okay. Well,
It's crazy how much he
what I gotta make
sounds
sure.
like his dad.
Sure.
all right.
Like the actual voice. It's crazy how much Marcus Jordan sounds like Michael Jordan. They have the same vocal
Give
tenor,
me just a minute. okay?
timbre, the
Please.
same
Stand over this option. I'll be right back.
same tone to their voice.
I'm at you guys' disposal.
Oh, there it is. I'm at you guys' disposal. You're not at their disposal.
I apologize. The last thing I wanted to do was
Yeah, do it. You're just digging the hole
Put my
deeper
car
here.
on the tracks, obviously. It's a $330,000 car.
That's not the thing to do either. See, that this guy has no social. He has no. What do they call it? Emotional intelligence. In addition to not realizing what was the obvious way to play this situation, which was just make it about the hot girl you had in the passenger seat and you trying to find a dark spot with the car, and oops, we got stuck on the train tracks while I was trying to, make out with this girl before we got home. Sorry, officers, I'm an idiot. What do we need to do? That's the obvious play. That's all you needed to do. And you would have saved not your criminal record. You might still get caught with stuff in the car. You might still take a breathalyzer and blow over the limit. But you would have saved your social. Like, the world is going to see this now. I'm sitting here on a Thursday night. Wednesday night, commenting on this. That's all you had to do. You're not at their disposal. You view them as being at your disposal, and you're just lying through your teeth to them, and everyone knows that you're lying, and you sound like an idiot. And that is proof that you don't think much of anybody but yourself.
Why would I want to be on the tracks?
It's like trying to reason with somebody at a bar. You can't do it. Just don't. You can't do it. It's just like, just don't. How did they get back there? It's so unreal. How did they get back there? No matter what angle the camera shows, you can't see any approach this car could have made to end up on this track.
Okay.
You still got the DLs and stuff?
Yes.
He still could save it. He still could save it at this point. Sorry for people just joining. He still could save it. He could just be like, guys, I feel stupid. I'm on a hot date. We left the restaurant because we're going to go back to my place. I was looking for a dark place to park. We couldn't wait till we got home. I got the car stuck. I had 2 drinks at the restaurant. The car got stuck. I feel like an idiot, but you can see why I did it. The girl's really hot. All these dudes would have been like, yeah, bro, we get it, but let's follow the procedure now. And the world would have understood. The world would have understood.
I apologize. I'm not trying to cause anything that will require all this attention. I just
Oh, you got the attention
trying to get
now.
home and clearly made a wrong turn.
Stop, bro. You just sound stupid.
I apologize.
See how many times he's made this, I just made a wrong turn? It's like, how dumb do you have to be to not see like you're treating these officers like idiots? How many times has he said, I just made a wrong turn. I just made a wrong turn. Can't you guys understand? I made a right and a right and a left, or a right and a left and a right, or a right and a right, and we thought we were getting back on the highway. It's like, bro, that is the stupidest possible thing you could say here, because it's totally implausible. So by continually, I think this is what people mean by gaslighting. By continually asserting this thing that is obviously implausible, you're just treating your listener, these cops, these 4 guys in uniform out there working hard at night, you're just treating them like you think they're stupid. And you could have came forth with a story that would have totally exonerated you in every important sense. Yeah, you still might have gotten some drug charges. Yeah, you still might have blown over the limit and, got a little DUI, slap on the wrist or whatever. But everyone would have understood that you were just a dude with a hot chick in the car who was trying to park somewhere dark so you could, have some fun before you got home. Everyone would have understood and been like, yeah, I've been there, bro. But instead, you're the king's son. And you have just never been told, shut up. You're an idiot. Shut up. Like, you can't fathom that you're an idiot, but you're an idiot. Sorry.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So,
you guys coming home tonight?
We were at several venues. We
Several
did
venues.
dinner at Prado. We ended up leaving Prado. We went to Ava.
Okay.
Had a cocktail.
What is Ava?
Yeah.
Ava's a
Look at
restaurant.
look at this.
About it.
Look at again, tone deaf. When you're an elite, don't talk to other people like they should know, like on a first name shorthand basis, all the places that you go party at. Normal people aren't like that. Normal people don't dine at Prado or whatever the fuck that is. Right? It's like, bro, just say, well, we were out for dinner, or we were out for dinner and then we went to another place for drinks. Don't talk like an elite. This is just advice. This is just practical advice. I'm not encouraging what Marcus. I'm just giving strategic advice if you're in this situation. I've already talked about what he could have said a million times. I know I've said it a million times in the stream already. How he could have played this. It would have completely minimized the social media damage. Everyone would have been like, yeah, it's no big deal. He screwed up, but it's no big deal. He missed the complete obvious play there. Here's the next step. When you're talking to the police and they say, "Where were you?" This would have minimized the schmuck, aspect of this too, where people are gonna be like, God, this guy's a dickhead. He could have just said, well, we were out to dinner and then we agreed after dinner to go get some drinks. Don't rattle off the names of these places like everyone should know. I guarantee you 99.99999, what is Amazon Web Services, up to the 6 nines or 9 nines or whatever it is, right? I guarantee you, people don't know these places. You're the only kind of person that goes to these places and calls them that. Or goes to these places at all. You know where I ate tonight? I ate at my stove. At my oven. I cooked some hot dogs on corn tortillas with red onions and white cheddar cheese. Okay? And I'm having an IPA. Okay, that's where I dine tonight. This is my little after party. This is my cocktail after dinner. That's what normal people do. So when the cops, these hardworking blue-collar dudes who are probably making $55,000, $60,000 a year, okay, are questioning you. I mean, you've already said your car's worth $330,000. That was also the wrong move. Don't do that. Stop with the elitist shit. And I'm just saying you've got yourself into this predicament. At least have the street smarts to find the path out of it that is the least damaging. Look at how my hand does that thing towards the camera. Okay. All right. That's what you could do. So I didn't see that. Okay, I'm done. I just looked at the subtitles there. I just looked at the text on the screen. You see that? Owned by the Mealy Group. Bro! This is... Okay. It ain't me. It ain't me. I ain't no fortunate son. Or fortunate what? What is... I don't know. What is that song by the... Remember that song? It ain't me. Bro... These cops don't know what restaurant groups own what spots on the strip. Okay. What is this dude talking about? Just say we were out to dinner and then we decided to go to another spot for a drink before we went home. And then, to recap what I've said before, that's all you have to say. And then you can say, and then we were driving home and this girl was hot for me and I was hot for her. I mean, look at her, guys. She's standing over there by the other squad, by the other patrol unit, right? And then we were just looking for a dark place to park for a minute before we got home because I just really couldn't wait till I got home. And these cops who are men, they would have understood. I'm not saying you would have got off. If you're just joining us now, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying he would have got off. I'm not saying the drugs would not have been found. I'm not saying he wouldn't have had to walk the line or take the breathalyzer, all that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying he wouldn't have looked like a total effing jackass to everyone in the world right now. Because every man would have understood being in a situation where you're like, I can't wait till I get home. We're just going to park in a dark spot here. Every man would have, including these cops, would have understood that. And they would have been like, yeah, okay, bro, that was an error in judgment. That was dumb, but we understand. And if you can get to that place in life where people are like, that was dumb, but I understand, the rest is smooth sailing, bro. You're good. You're good. You can just keep going in life, and you're normal, and people, maybe they'll be like, yeah, he doesn't have the best judgment, but they won't think you're a total fucking tool. You look like a total tool now. Because you can't stop name dropping who you are. You can't stop name dropping how much your car costs. You can't stop name dropping not only the restaurant and the bar that you were at, but the conglomerate that owns that. It's owned by the Mealy Group. He's like, bro, what are you talking about? How is everything that comes out of this guy's mouth digging the hole deeper? He has no sense. This is like, some people are dumb. Some people are dumb people like me. Some people get themselves into trouble because they have bad judgment or they have weak wills. Like the Greeks, the ancient Greeks called that the word in Greek for that was akrasia. never mind. Akrasia. Like you're weak-willed. Like you have good judgment, you have good sense, but you're weak-willed. It's like she's got a really nice ass. You know, it's like you're weak-willed. You just give in. But you're not an idiot. Okay? You have some emotional intelligence. So after you've got yourself stuck on the train track, you have the sense to go, okay, I made an ass of myself. Okay? But I'm not gonna keep making an ass of myself by making the situation worse and pretending like I'm still the superior in this situation. That would be idiotic. I need to humble myself and implore and appeal to others for their help. And the way to do that is to admit that I've made an ass of myself and admit that I was weak-willed, but I don't view them as less than me. That's the way to handle, that's the way to handle that situation. This guy apparently does not understand that. So he's just going to go on referencing his stature, referencing his status, referencing and name-dropping the status of the places he was at and the car he was driving. And like we said earlier, his father, he can't help himself. And it's crazy to those of us who are like, weak-willed, but have some sense for how to sort of like come back hat in hand after we've been weak-willed and be like, well, I screwed up, and still sort of identify with normal people. It's crazy to watch someone like this. It's nuts. He's just going to keep on insulting the intelligence of these cops, and that's not the thing to do here.
The Mealy Group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's the Mealy Group at?
The Mealy Group is based out of Miami, but
Some restaurants are owned, big conglomerates own like groups of restaurants, right? Like in Chicago, there's like Let Us Entertain You is a big restaurant conglomerate that owns like a bunch of, all the, like restaurants you find in downtown Chicago. It's like, that's what, bro, no one knows the language you're speaking right now. Certainly not these cops making $66,000 a year with 4 kids at home, out at night, picking up your dumbass off the train tracks, okay? No one knows that. And why are you saying that? You're only showing that you have no sense. And that you think the world revolves around you and your elitism. And you look like a fucking idiot.
opened up a restaurant here in Winter Park.
Oh,
And so
interesting.
went there, had one cocktail, and my friend Taylor ended up running into some girlfriends that she knew, and so we ended up going to...
Even in this little tidbit of the story, he's insulting their intelligence. My friend Taylor, no, bro. If I was him, I don't know if this was a call girl, an escort, what. I'm not trying to insult the girl by even suggesting that possibility, but we all know the world we live in. Just range of possibilities about what was going on here. If I'm Marcus Jordan in this situation, why are you trying to... You know, what does Lauryn Hill say in that song Lost Ones? Hypocrites always want to play innocent. Always want to take it to the full out extent. Never want to face it when it's time for punishment, right? There's this drive in the person who's guilty to just like, no pun intended, just crash the car into the wall at full speed. It's like, bro, no, pull back. It's okay to just be like, I was stupid. I messed up. You can still save some face. You can still appear like one of us. But to like crash the car proverbially into the train tracks and then be like, I'm better than all of you. Help my car. Help me and get my car out of here. You idiots. Don't you understand how I could have ended? It's like, bro, that's not the play. This is the sign of a person who's never had to account for anything. And I'm speaking. Okay. Again, I know there's people jumping in and out here. It's like I said a little bit ago. There's lots of body cam footage out there with me on. Okay, you see what I'm saying? There's lots of body cam footage out there where I'm the idiot being like, okay, I'm speaking from experience here. Dude, just humble yourself. There's a way out of this. Not out entirely, but there's a way where you can mitigate the damage and not make yourself seem like a total elitist, narcissistic, unaccountable asshole. Okay, you could do that. It's possible. But instead, you're just wearing thin the patience of these 4 or 5 hardworking officers that are here to help.
To another venue, and that was that. And now I was just trying to get home.
I was just trying to see, alcohol makes people so dumb. I say that as I'm having an IPA. Right? It just makes people so dumb. It's like your sense for like what's appropriate and what's not and what the right way is to handle. It just I don't know what it is about it. It makes you so stupid. Taylor, he says, my friend Taylor. No, just you're talking to 4 guys. These are cops. They get it. They went to high school. Just be like, I had this fine piece of ass, and we wanted to leave, and I didn't want to wait till I got home, so we just parked. I was trying to find a dark place to park, and then I got stuck. She pushed on my thigh, and I hit the gas, and we lunged up over the train tracks, and now I'm stuck. And this cops have been like, hey, bro, we get it. That's the end of it. And then when the body cam footage came out, the whole world goes, yeah, we get it. Michael Jordan, my childhood icon, my childhood hero. Tell your son. Come on, bro. This is obvious.
Got a little discombobulated, apparently.
Here, if you're over the limit, bro, don't try to say the word discombobulated. It doesn't work.
I thought that this was going to cut me on the street, but clearly I'm on the
railroad track instead, huh?
Right, and I wish I knew that, because obviously I wouldn't have came down this way. Like,
which way did you come from, though?
Yeah, see, these cops, I've been saying this several times, and I just want to emphasize that the cops are reinforcing this point here. These cops cannot even figure out how this car got in this position. It's not just a mystery to me because I'm here in Wisconsin and this is happening in Florida and I don't know this locale in this neighborhood. These cops are like, bro, what? They're like, they don't understand. They don't understand how he got there. Which again, just to come back to my point, and just to come back to the point, which is why if Marcus would have just said, I was just looking for a quiet, dark spot to kiss this girl. That's all I was trying to do. And we meandered and we went through the bushes. These guys were like, oh, okay, we get it. But instead, he's giving them this idiotic excuse like, well, I was just trying to take a right. I thought it was an off-ramp onto the highway. It's like, bro, you're not smart. Stop thinking that you're smart and that everybody else is stupid, and you will get through this in such a smoother way.
This isn't like a main road. That's all I'm asking.
I'm not sure, sir. I was, I'd have to.
Were you ever in Sanford tonight? Going through there?
Sanford?
Yeah. No, from Winter Park?
No.
But you were coming from Winter Park, right? Then you
came from Winter Park, and then we went to Dancers Castleberry.
Dancers
Rachel's Castleberry.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm sorry.
Is that place pretty good?
Nah.
I've never been.
It's not my favorite.
Okay, see? Here's the more of the elitist stuff, because now he's referenced another spot that people with billions of dollars hang out, and the cop has to be like, I've never been there. Tell me about that place. And what does he do? He poo-poos it. What do they say? He holds his nose at it. He's like, it's not that good. It's like, bro, you sound like an elitist schmuck. You sound like the last person anyone would want to hang out with. Okay. And maybe you are. But there's an art if you are the kind of person people would not want to hang out with. There's at least an art to not sounding like that. And Marcus doesn't even understand that. Which is saying a lot. All right.
Right.
And like I said a moment ago, I'm not going to play this whole thing. I think we've got a blackout coming. I think we've got a moment coming, which will be a perfect spot to end this. No spoiler alert. Maybe there's a spoiler alert. Just wait. Just wait.
Hey, babe. So I am going to have you, if it's okay, I want her to hold your jacket. I'm going to have you do
holding her
exercises.
jacket right now.
Well, I'm going to have you do exercises with your hands.
Sure.
So if you want to either set it on the ground or we can have an officer give it to her. What do you want?
Whatever you want to do, sir.
Okay. I'll hand her the jacket then.
I will hand it to her. Is that
Man,
okay?
you can come over here and grab the jacket if you want. Yeah, that's fine.
I'll hand it to her. That's fine. Thank you. Thank you, baby.
Okay, so...
Just a moment ago, she was a friend. Now she's baby. See, these officers know that you're just... You think nothing of their intelligence. I hope I don't sound like a conniving sociopath myself when I'm like trying to give Marcus advice on how to navigate the skillet and Charybdis of this situation, and minimize the damage given the fact that he's made a total, shitstorm of the night. But we all have been there, right? Right? I mean, you create messes for yourself in life and you have to have the ability to go, okay, I did this. And now's not the time to be acting high and mighty and amazing and better than everybody else and elitist. That's just common sense. No one's going to respond well to that. And now you're in a situation with legal ramifications, and you're the king's son. You're Michael Jordan's son, so the legal ramifications aren't really great for you, and you know that. But the social ramifications are. And you could have played this so well. You could have played this so well. Again, I'm telling you what should we call it? Let's give it a name. If you're just joining the stream, I've referenced how Marcus could have played this off several times. I'm saying he's giving the cops one story, but he could have given them this other story, and I've mentioned it about 5 times in the stream now. It's beautiful. It's the perfect out. I'm not saying it's a legal out. Still gets a possession charge, still maybe gets a DUI charge, but that doesn't matter for Marcus Jordan. Don't you understand? That does not matter for Marcus Jordan. What matters is the social aspect of this. And he could have saved himself every ounce of social, fallout. He could have lost nothing socially, social media-wise, in this situation, if he would have just had the sense to say, oh man, I'm a guy and I screwed up because I was thinking about ass. But men, you understand. You understand. I had my head in a different place, and these cops have been like, yeah, we get it, bro. That's all he had to do. I was trying to find a dark spot to park. Had this girl in the passenger seat. She didn't want to wait till we got home. So naturally, I didn't want to wait till we got home. She leaned over on me, pressed on the gas. We lurched up on this train track. There it was. There it is. The cops are like, yeah, we get it, but we still got to book you. And he's out of the woods! And even his dad is like, okay, son, I understand. Because his dad's a lech too. I'm sorry. I shouldn't cast judgment like that. I don't know. I shouldn't have said that. Men, just in general, kind of understand that weakness of will when it comes to a woman. It's kind of like, even if you're good at standing up to it, you understand how tempting it is to give into it, right? You just get it. And it would have saved him everything here.
All right. I got a couple questions for you.
What's up?
How much did you have to drink?
A little bit. Under the legal limit.
What did you say? Under the league of limits? Under the legal limit. Under the legal limit. All right. I sense a logical contradiction coming here. Ready? Under the legal limit, he says.
What is it, 0.08 or something?
.08. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So how many
0.08.
drinks is a .08?
He says, yeah, it's under 0.08. And the cop says, okay, so how many drinks equals 0.08?
Fuck if I know, man. I'm not.
That's all.
And Marcus says, fuck if I know. Okay, well then how do you know you're under 0.08, bro? Unless you're carrying around a breathalyzer with you. You're just making the people you're interacting with think that you think that they are idiots. Which is not a good look.
I'm not a scientist, so that's why I'm asking how much.
No, then don't get indignant and sarcastic and be like, well, I'm not a scientist. Bro, you're the one that referenced the percentage. Like, this guy, I'm sorry, this, God, I don't want to do this because I myself have been an idiot in many situations in my life. I really have. I could tell you about them all. I should do a series. I should do a video. In fact, today while I was out on a run, by the way, I ran a 7:24 today for 7 miles straight. That was kind of sick. And while I was on my run, I was thinking, you know what would be a cool series? A cool series of videos would be all the stupid stuff I've done in my life. I was like, that would be interesting because I've done some stupid shit, right? Bro, just say I had too many drinks. Not so many that I can't do what I need to do, but I probably should have sat at the restaurant for an extra half hour before I left or something like that. Had some calamari or something like that. You know, something like that. But instead, this guy just behaves like he has no ability to see that anyone can see what he's up to. And you just don't want to be by somebody like that, man. You don't want to be anywhere near somebody like that.
I know you said under the legal limit. Was it 1, 2, 10, 20?
So he says, under the legal limit. The cop says, what's the legal limit? Marcus says, 0.08. Cop says, okay, how many drinks is 0.08? And Marcus says, I don't know, I'm not a scientist. It's like, you're insulting people with everything you say.
I know that I'm under the legal limit.
Okay. Did you have any food tonight?
Yes. I ate a lot of food.
I ate a lot of food. You're slurring your speech, bro.
Baby,
What about?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So
Again, baby. Oh, wait, she's my friend, Taylor. No, bro. She's baby. Go with baby. Baby's the right way to talk about that hot dime that you have standing by the squad car over there. The right sort of story about her could get you out of this whole fucking mess. But you're an idiot, and you can't see that.
I see you wear glasses. Are those for reading, seeing? What are they?
They're for everything.
For?
I
So
wear
you
them
have
every
to use them
day.
to see. Okay.
No.
Do you wear contacts at all?
No.
Okay.
Can't
Are
get
you,
them in, can't get them out.
are you diabetic?
No.
Okay. Do you have any issues with walking or anything like
No.
that? Any injuries?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you take any prescription medications?
No, sir.
Okay. What about illegal substances tonight?
No,
Marijuana,
sir.
Heroin, anything like that?
No, sir.
Okay.
You
Like
sure?
I said,
You sure?
I'm gonna have you do a couple exercises. Okay.
Sure.
And what those are is I'm gonna look at your eyes first. Okay.
Sure.
So what I want you to have to do is then stand right here and face me.
All right.
And
wherever you
take your glasses off, but look at your eyes, okay? I'll have you hold them so you can put them back on after this, okay?
I'm holding.
Sit together, the heels, toes touching, keep your arms down by yourself.
All right, while you guys watch Marcus.
Your soul's touching.
Yep, heels, toes touching, keep your arms down by yourself.
Hold on a second.
I know you're a little taller, so start at the tip of my
We're
finger
almost
right
at the end here. I feel it. I feel our blackout. I feel our end point coming here. No way I'm watching this whole
Your
thing,
head still.
but I know what's
Okay, so
coming.
just try.
I think I know what's coming. I heard it on another clip, and I was like, "Oh!"
I'm fine. Did I miss a step?
Just make sure you keep following. Okay?
God, again, he's like, he cannot help.
Let me show you
Oh.
why I stopped paying
Okay, here we
for
go.
all my
Hold on
other
a
sample
second.
libraries. This is Arcade.
Here we
by
go,
Output. This thing
and
has
skip.
sounds.
Okay. Have you ever been in this situation? Have you ever done this? I've done this, man. Oh, I can tell you a story. I have 2 channels. I have this channel and another channel about like my personal life. And I don't know which channel to put the story of my story about this on. I've been here.
Follow with your eyes.
I am.
Don't use your peripherals.
I wasn't drinking and driving,
I'm following.
but I've been in this situation.
Keep looking at I am. Then why are you looking at me? No, I want you to stay looking at my finger.
when your finger stops.
So keep your eyes on it.
Can't follow simple instructions. All right, while Marcus tries to follow simple instructions and fails, I'm going to run to the refrigerator. I'll be right back.
Look down towards me. Alright, now stare at my finger. Keep following me. Turn your head. Keep turning your head.
Wrong turn.
I hear you. Keep following me here.
I am.
How we doing? We still following the finger? Keep your eyes on it. It's a...
Keep following my finger. I'm gonna get real close to you.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm not gonna touch it.
Do
Alright?
your thing.
Keep following my finger.
Do your thing.
Don't be smart. Don't be a smart ass, bro. Oh, cop's got the flashlight on the ground now.
We'll have him back his car up and we can do it on
He's
the
looking for a spot to walk the line.
Um,
I walk the line. He's looking for a spot to do the line.
because I gotta put a tape line down, so
Yeah. So they're in the grass.
It's a $300,000 vehicle.
that's a nice vehicle that we ain't gonna be.
Gosh, bro, how tone deaf are you? Stop talking about the price of the fucking car! Sorry. I'm going to have to put an 18 and over label on this video. Stop doing that! Okay, stop doing that! Talk about tone deaf. Cops, got his flashlight, shining it on the ground. We're going to end the stream here in a minute. Stick around, because I know where the outro is. I know where it is. I'm going to make a short out of it. I really am. Oh, it's so rich. It's so rich. Cops looking for a place to put the tape down. Which just raises the question again. It doesn't beg the question because everybody uses that phrase wrong. That's not what begs the question means. It raises the question. How the hell did they get that car back? There's no road near there. There's no possible point of entry, ingress. Okay, there's no... Oh, man. So they're looking for a spot to put the tape down to see if Marcus can walk the line.
Be able to move right now when I went out the tow truck. It's stuck on the track, man. I keep telling you that. The joker's stuck. All right, go ahead and put your glass back on if you need him to see. Okay?
I do.
All right, so we're gonna grab some tape and have you walk on the line. Okay? Do you feel comfortable in those shoes?
I'm comfortable as fuck.
I'm done. We're done. Good night. Did you see it? Let me rewind. Rewind. You can catch the rest of this somewhere else. I'm done right there. Listen. Wait. Listen. Hang on.
We'll have him back his car up and we can do it on the driveway right there.
Wait for it. See if you catch it this time.
Alright, we're gonna, because I gotta put a tape line down, so let's start.
Ready?
Back my car up too.
Ready?
$300,000 vehicle.
That's a nice vehicle that we ain't gonna be able to move right now.
Oh, bro, you don't get it. Here it comes.
Track, man. I keep telling you that. The joker's stuck.
See how he's trying
Put
to...
your glass back on if you need him to see. Okay?
I do.
Here it is.
And,
Here it
we're
is.
gonna grab some
Ready? Listen.
some tape and have you walk on the line. Okay? Do you feel comfortable in those shoes?
Do you feel comfortable in those shoes? It's Michael Jordan's son. He's wearing Air Force Ones. He's wearing Jordans. A cop goes, you feel comfortable in those shoes? I don't know if that guy did that on purpose, but that was sick. Okay, I'm done. Have a great night, you guys. Let me actually, before I'm out, let me just say one more time. I've been in Marcus Jordan's shoes here. It's a situation here. I'm not trying to pile on this man. I just think that there are things that can be learned, okay? And I think that even when you get yourself into a tough spot that is of your own making, there are ways of handling it that demonstrate sort of like the foretaste of, or the anticipations of, or maybe repentance, or like humility, or you know what I mean? Like you have to realize when you've effed up. And people, if you if you can show that you realize that you effed up, you can mitigate a lot of the damage that you've caused yourself. We all screw up. We all do really stupid stuff. I've done stupider stuff than you have. Okay. In fact, I was going toe to toe with a friend of mine recently, and he's like, I was like, bro, I was having a heart to heart with an older guy, a friend, like a mentor of mine. I was like, man, I really fucked up. I was like, I've really messed this up, blah blah blah. And he's like, bro, I got some stories. I could make your toes curl. He said to me, we've all screwed up, but if you have some, again, to go back to this notion of like the Bible and like Proverbs, if you have some humility, you can mitigate a lot of the damage. And not just humility, if you actually have some like emotional intelligence, like we have said several times throughout this cast, he could have just easily saved. It'll be interesting to see what the social media fallout is. Not that I follow a lot of social media stuff here, but I mean, this is Michael Jordan's son. He looks like an idiot here. He made himself look like a million times more of an idiot than he needed to. All he had to do was say, I had this hot bitch in the car, in the passenger seat. I was out on the town with her, was driving home. She was getting, and I was like, and I wanted to pull into a dark spot so we could just be alone in this Lamborghini or whatever it is, right? In this he keeps mentioning his $300,000 car. I just was trying to find a dark spot for us to park. And while I was doing that, we pulled next to the train tracks, and she leaned on my leg, and I lurched onto the train tracks, and now we're stuck, and I look stupid, and I'm dumb for doing that, but sorry guys, what can we do here? He might have still caught the charges for cocaine, as we're going to learn he eventually gets. We could have still caught the DUI, but the world would have been like, or at least half the world, 50% of the world, the male 50% would have been like, oh, I get that. And even these cops here on the scene would have been like, oh, bro, we understand. That's all it takes. Just some normalcy, just some humility, just some, hey, I'm one of you. Or just diminish, rather than trying to elevate yourself, diminish yourself. It's a good way to be in life, because at least in my experience, we do stupid stuff. All right. Have a great night.